Because you asked I'm required to show ID?
No, I'm not really trying to get dramatic.
I know, I understand that, but I just want to get that straight because I don't want to break the law. I'm required based on what circumstance?
A crime.
If I tell you to leave the property, leave the area.
I'm not, no, you can't tell me to leave public space. You can tell me to leave their property if I'm on it, but that says public parking.
Okay.
Public. That's for the...
Have all of our forms online,
okay,
so you can submit it that way.
Yeah, I'd like to get it in person, paper, if possible.
Okay. Yeah, give me a second. I'm going to walk into the PD then and see if I can print you off a copy of that.
Sweet, appreciate
Just
it.
Give me one moment.
Welcome back, everyone. In today's video, we're exposing yet another case of law enforcement bending the rules to their advantage, until they meet someone who knows their rights. This officer thought he could ignore traffic laws and intimidate a citizen into giving up his ID, but he wasn't prepared for what happened next. Watch as this auditor skillfully shuts down every unlawful demand, proving once again that knowing your rights is your greatest defense. Stay tuned to see how this encounter unfolds.
So this is a one-way. This is a one-way. That is a parking lot right there. This is a one-way. Now he's gonna block the sidewalk. Deputy who? Desir. You know this a one-way?
Okay, I do know.
Why did you, instead of going in the parking lot, why would you break the traffic laws and go down the wrong way on the one-way?
I got a call about...
So they get to tell you to break the traffic laws? Because you got a call? And you blocking the sidewalk. There's a parking lot right there.
You gonna listen to me?
No, but I want to address your discrepancies that you would hold me accountable for.
I'm here because of... I got a call...
So that means you get to break the law. Does that mean that? You didn't answer that question. I don't care what the call is about, you don't get to break the law.
Sorry, sir. What was your name again?
I didn't give it.
You have any idea?
Why would you need my ID?
Just trying to identify.
Why? Do I have to show you my ID? I mean, if I have to show you my ID, then I will.
It's just to identify yourself. I just want to find out what's going on.
Am I required to show ID?
Yes, I asked.
Because you asked I'm required to show ID?
No, I'm not really trying to get dramatic.
I know, I understand that, but I just want to get that straight because I don't want to break the law. I'm required based on what
I
circumstance?
just want to address you by your name. What's your name?
No, let's talk about the requirement.
Okay.
Based on what specifications am I required to give you my ID?
I'm trying to identify who you are.
Right.
I want to...
Do you have authority to identify me? I just want, seriously.
I do.
Under what provisions? Committing a crime, about to commit a crime, or in the process of committing a crime.
Right now, I don't have no probable cause. Right
So, am I required to ID to you? You just said you don't have any probable cause. Am I required to ID? See, words matter, especially to the people who don't know. So I'm asking you, am I required to give you my ID?
No, sir. I'm just
But you said
trying to figure out
yes.
what's going on. I want to find out what's going on. I just want to have a simple conversation.
Right. But I guarantee you,
You want to go...
no, wait. I guarantee you, without words, you can honestly see what's going on. You can tell me what's going on without me using words. You see a camera, you see me standing on a public sidewalk, and you see all this stuff that I can photograph. Now, what do you think is going on? Put all that together, what do you think is going on? Do you see a law being broken? Is there a law you need to enforce?
I just want to address you by your name.
Right.
My name, I just want to know your name.
Right. But you're required to give me your name.
All right, so I just spoke to the doctor inside, but what she said, she doesn't, the patient that's inside the business don't feel comfortable you videotaping.
Are you a feelings police? Are you the feelings enforcer or a law enforcer?
I don't care what you do, you know what I'm saying, how you do it, but the patient's feel.
Are you a feelings enforcer or a law enforcer?
Sir.
Do you enforce feelings or law?
Sir, you understand what I'm saying?
Did you tell them I have every right to do this? Did you? I mean, that'll ease their discomfort if you tell them, hey, He has every right to do this. He's a law-abiding citizen. He's not breaking the law. And my job as a law enforcer is to enforce the law. If there's no law to be enforced, I have no purpose.
Sir, you're absolutely right.
Tell them. No, don't tell me. You're preaching to the choir. You're preaching to the choir right now. Tell them.
On behalf of the patients, they feel uncomfortable. And I'm just, like I said, trying to find a...
They should have stayed home, right? If they feel uncomfortable in public, they should have stayed home. See, I'm not going to bend to the government's will for me to provide them information. I'm not going to do that. I'm not breaking the law. I'm doing something that's constitutionally protected. I'm a journalist. I have the freedom of press. Now, you're giving me 21 questions about something where you see no law being broken. And I don't understand that where the resources are being used at right now. When there's people out there that honestly probably need you. And then I want to address this, man. Come on. If you saw me do this, you'll write me a ticket. Especially parking on the sidewalk like this. There's no emergency lights on. There's no legitimate reason for you to be parked in such a manner. Other than you guys are above the law. And she's doing the same. Any particular reason why you guys are parked on the sidewalk? What's your name and your badge number? It's in your policy, deputy. You're on the scene, name and badge number. No, I don't know what that's. I can't. I'm visually impaired. But can you enunciate it for me?
Please.
That's all. Was that so hard?
What's your name?
What's your name and your badge number?
Deputy Jensen, 20241.
Thank you. Your name and your badge number?
4 and 20258.
Thank you. You guys can 10-8. He already determined there's no probable cause, there's no law being broken. You guys can 10-8. Yeah, I know, but you guys can 10-8. There's crime being committed. There's crimes being committed. Are you the feelings enforcer or a law enforcer? Are you a feelings enforcer or a law enforcer? I don't care. I feel uncomfortable with all these people around me with guns. Are you going to do something about that? Are you going to do anything about that? Me being uncomfortable with all you guys with guns around me? No? You're not going to do anything about that? Thornton, can you help me on that? I'm uncomfortable. All you guys got guns. He's willing to do something for them. They're uncomfortable and I have no gun. So can I get something done for me? I'm uncomfortable. Does that matter, Desir? Does my comfortability matter? I'm uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable. But I'm uncomfortable with all these people with guns around me. If they're uncomfortable with a camera, how do you think I feel with guns? So you guys can 10-8. Let's make everybody comfortable. You guys can go and I'll be okay.
We have guns. Nobody mentioned about using anything, no guns, no nothing.
Right. So my comfort doesn't matter. My discomfort doesn't matter. But nobody mentioned the crime to you and you're telling me their discomfort. What about, I'm telling you I'm discomfort. And you're not caring about that.
Are you uncomfortable again?
Because an agency, well not this particular agency, but a profession that is known to kill people that look like me is standing within arm's distance of me with weapons. So I'm uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable. Because my life is 6 times more likely to be taken by you guys than anybody else. That makes me very uncomfortable. So you guys can 10-8. There isn't a law being broken. Somebody right now is in trouble. But you guys are here to a public photographer who hasn't been on their property, who hasn't broken one law. Because if I had broken the law, I wouldn't be standing here holding this camera having this discussion with you. Are you guys looking for a crime now?
We investigate.
Just trying to figure out what's going on. That's it.
Again, without me telling you what's going on, what would your eyes decipher me doing?
Listen, I can't read mine right now.
You don't have to read mine. You can read actions. You can read actions. There's a law-abiding citizen standing on public property holding a recording device exercising the First Amendment to the United States Constitution of freedom of press. He's not breaking any laws, and you guys want to know what I'm doing. Where in the Constitution does it tell me that I have to tell you what I'm doing? No. There's the questioning. I told him before you got here, words matter. He told me that I'm required to identify to him as if I don't know Florida statutes 901.151, which I will not identify. Now I'm flat out refusing to. Is that against the law? Is that obstruction? Because in order to ID me, you need probable cause of a crime being committed, about to be committed, or have been committed. In order for me, a Floridian, a taxpaying citizen, to relinquish my Fourth Amendment right to you. Do you have any of that? Is it a yes or no? You want me to answer your questions, but you won't answer mine. Is it yes or no? Do you have any of that?
I feel like you already answered.
I feel like you answered when you asked me, what am I doing?
You asked, I gave.
You didn't know?
We're on the same level right now.
Okay.
So,
why are we still here then? Why are we still here?
At the initial contact with you, I asked you, sir, tell me your name so I can address you by your name.
Good citizen. Good citizen.
Right?
Good citizen.
That's not the name your mom gave me. But
it doesn't matter. I'm not required to give the government my name. This isn't Russia. I don't care about those patients. I don't care. I don't care. Where their feelings start, my rights doesn't end. Where their feelings begin, my rights don't end. Now, I gave you Florida statute. I told you about the Fourth Amendment. You see I'm not breaking the law. Why you got, okay, I'm not detained, am I? Am I detained? I'm not detained? Okay, because you guys are half circling me. I don't like that. No, I'm not leaving. I just don't like to be half circled like that. You guys think I'm wasting time and I'm being silly, but I'm not. I'm standing up for the oath I took. That's what should happen to the camera. People should be silly in front of the camera. Don't think people are trying to hurt people. How many cameras did you guys pass by getting here? So sometimes I wonder, is it the camera or is it the man with the camera? I know. I'm not blaming you guys. I'm not blaming you guys. If the job is being done right, I applaud it. But when the job is being done to manipulate, I'm going to push back on it. Right? I'm going to push back. You guys are going to see the video. And I asked him several times, am I required to give you my ID? Him thinking I don't know, said, yeah, I'm required. That's not right. That's not right. I know. And hey, I believe you're a good dip. I believe Tony don't hire nothing but the best. So I need you guys to be that way. I'm going to tell you who she looks like. Light-skinned Rihanna. You're a light-skinned Rihanna.
That's a compliment right there.
Or maybe it's a compliment to Rihanna.
Hey.
10-8? Told you that 5-10 minutes ago. You too, man. Be safe. Thanks for your professionalism. Hey, Desir, come on, man. But you still ain't tell me why you did this, though, man. Hold on.
This encounter is a perfect example of why you should always know your rights. Officers may try to intimidate or mislead you, but the law is on your side, if you know how to use it. Remember, the police are not your friends, and they will use every trick in the book to make you comply. That's why recording your interactions and standing firm on your rights is so important. If you found this video helpful, support the movement by liking, commenting, and subscribing. And as always, never stop recording the police. Imagine standing on public property, exercising your right to film, only to be confronted by officers who insist you shouldn't be there. In today's video, a First Amendment auditor pushes back against unlawful directives, exposing how some officers use intimidation rather than respecting citizens' rights. Will the law prevail, or will authority win out? Stay tuned for the shocking confrontation.
With what? I went to Walmart, bought a camera.
They don't want you on the property.
Well, I don't want you to shoot your wife.
What's that?
Well, you're making directives about something I didn't even do. Don't tie your shoelaces together. Don't smoke crack. I mean, do you need anything else? Do you need any other directives? I mean, I understand that. I haven't been on their property.
Well, you're on your property now.
No, I'm not. This is public property. The people own this. It says public parking right there. And this is a public street. I already checked this out with GIS survey. Am I being detained, sir?
Why don't you go?
Why don't you go? What's your name, sir?
We'll find out. Now you want to leave.
Nope, I just want your plate number so I can talk to Mr. Reed. 5991. Huh?
He's on vacation right now.
I'll find out. He's over my house twice a week.
Okay. You have any ID?
Do you have ID, sir?
Yes.
What's your name?
Right there.
Is that what you tell the judge, sir?
What's your issue anyway?
I don't have an issue. I'm just asking you what your name is before I don't know. Are you
Bonar.
okay. And what's your badge number, sir, or employee?
I have badge number.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Yes, you do. What's your employee ID number?
1451.
That's correct. That's what I thought.
Okay.
Yes, sir. How can I help you?
They just don't want you to take a picture of the building.
Too bad. It's a public building. The people own it. The people built it.
Right, but for security purposes, they don't want...
It doesn't matter. I'm on public property. I have a right to film it.
Why don't you go ahead and leave right now?
Why don't you turn around and take off too? I mean, if you're going to issue directives, why can't I?
Well, because you don't have any authority to issue directives.
Neither do you. I'm not doing anything wrong and I'm not breaking the law. You have no authority over me.
Suspicious, are you?
Is that a misdemeanor or a felony, sir?
It could be a misdemeanor.
No, it can't. Suspicion is not a crime.
If I tell you to leave the property, leave the area.
I'm not, no, you can't tell me to leave public space. You can tell me to leave their property if I'm on it, but that says public parking.
Okay.
Public. That's for the public.
Are you parking? No.
Do you know that I haven't parked over there? Do you know that my car's not sitting over there in this parking lot?
I don't know why you'd be here anyway. It's just kind of weird.
Oh, okay, is that a crime?
Acting odd is not a crime, but
correct.
The way you act is kind of bizarre.
Well, that's because you've approached number
Anything better to do?
25 or 26. Are you ILEA certified?
Yes, I went through the academy.
Is he ILEA certified? He wouldn't answer.
I don't know.
Are you ILEA certified, sir?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so you're not an officer.
Yes, I'm a special deputy.
Okay, so
JP4.
So you don't really have any authority out on the street. Out on the street.
Yeah.
Out in the public easement. No, you don't.
On this
Like a
property, yes, I
probation.
do.
I wasn't on the property.
On this property, yes, I do. There's my badge, there's my identification, and there's my ID.
Okay.
Now, I've asked you not to. I said you can film across the street. I said I don't have no problem with it. I said do not come to the front of the building because we have juveniles that are.
Hi, sir. Good.
Sergeant Isley, County Police.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Yeah, what are we doing today?
Taking pictures.
Okay, you can take pictures.
That's correct. Well, tell this gentleman that because he's saying I
really
can't.
be here on their property.
I'm not on their property. I'm on public property.
Okay.
Not only that, but right there it says public parking. I can go in that parking lot, right?
Okay, it's public.
I mean, I asked these guys, how do they?
Out here, you're in a street.
Well, that's because so I can be right here.
Well, it's a yellow curb as part of the street.
So I can be right here.
No, not really.
Oh, so you can't tell me to not be in the road. There has to be an easement.
Well, the roadway's dangerous. You're obstructing traffic.
Am I not lit up bright enough?
Do you want to go?
Am I not bright enough here? I mean, don't you think people can see me here? I'm in bright.
Well, it's still, they have to slow down and change their direction of travel.
Okay.
Why don't we go to the public parking lot and stand there and talk?
Technically, that's not public parking.
Okay.
It says public. It says public parking.
I have maintenance take it down.
It says public parking.
That's
It says public, but it says public.
Okay, I understand that. That doesn't mean that it is. Can we go over to this parking lot and talk?
Sure.
Okay. Come with me. I'll stop traffic for you. Right this way. You people have to stop, so you can't be in the street.
Well, I'm following you. I wasn't in the street. I was following you.
You wanted to go to the parking lot. See that yellow striped area that's not a parking area? Let's go stand over there.
That looks like private property.
Well, they told me that this was actually public property over here. Okay? So you want to stand here?
I'm good right here.
Okay, well, I don't want you in the street. So you're safe up on the grass, okay? I don't want you to fall. I want you to scoot over in the grass for me.
You keep issuing directives, and I've been walking.
It's for your safety.
But you're not in charge of my safety. I am.
Well, if somebody hits you, then I got to do.
You're not in charge of my safety.
Did you have any purpose to be out here?
Yes.
What's that?
Officer accountability, building accountability.
Okay.
It's a First Amendment audit.
Okay.
and I'm just taking pictures of the building.
Okay.
You know, if they want to make an issue of it, I'll take pictures of every plate and every person that walks in and out of here.
That's okay. People, you can take their picture. I don't have a problem with that.
They have a problem with it.
Well, you're in a property of a detention facility.
I'm not in the property.
Okay.
I'm on a public street.
And over here, you're okay. I think over there, you're in there. There's cameras. That's a detention facility.
Right, but they have layers of security. I'm making sure inmates aren't rappelling off the structure.
Okay.
I'm making sure that these guys respect and honor their oath.
I understand that, and that's why I'm here.
Okay.
You have First Amendment right to take pictures of anything you want.
And that guy threatened me.
Okay, well, that's between you and him.
No, that's between you and him.
That's not between me and him. I didn't hear him threaten you. Okay.
I can bring it up. It's all being live streamed.
Okay.
Would you like to see it?
No, that's okay.
So you don't want to talk to him about making threats?
I'll talk to him in a minute. I just want to make sure you're okay. I want you to stay here, okay? And I'm going to go talk to him. Can we do that? I'm going to separate the two parties in this dispute, apparently, and I'm going to go talk to this guy for a second.
Okay. I'll maintain distance here.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Sarge.
And your name is?
I'm a correspondent with Indiana News and Information.
Okay. Okay. Do you have a name?
Yes, sir.
I'm asking you to identify yourself because you're here and we've obviously have a controversy. They're going to leave you alone. I'm going to depart here.
You're going to ask me to identify myself?
Yeah. Name, date of birth. That's all I need.
No, sir.
Okay. You're refusing to identify yourself. You're in front of a detention facility.
Hold on. Before we get going, would that be code 34285 3.5?
What's that?
Would that be this municipal code 34285 3.5?
Okay.
That'd be failure to ID. What crime have I committed?
I'm just trying to find out your name.
Yeah. But what crime have I committed?
I don't know that you're not a dangerous
It's only in the case of an infraction or an ordinance violation.
I'll tell you what. You want to take your pictures, you go ahead.
Right.
Stay off of their property.
Yes, sir.
That's not public property. That is a public facility, but it is a detention facility.
Right, I understand that. I understand that.
Okay, good.
Yeah, that's why I was never on. That's why I was never on the property.
All right. Thank you very much.
So what did they say about this? I can be in the grass or the walkway.
Yep. That they tell me that is where the public parks when they come to their facility.
Right.
That, though it says public parking, is where their employees park. That is where juveniles are brought in.
Correct.
Okay. Now you can't film juveniles going into the facility. Then that's between you and the juvenile you film. So,
you can, because they have no expectation of privacy in public. You already know that.
Sees his picture on YouTube, that might be a question, but him and you can resolve in civil court or whatever. Okay.
Well, there's nothing to it because you have no expectation of privacy in public.
That's up to civil court. All right. As long as you're not out here where you're going to get hurt and you're not going to hurt anybody.
Correct. I have no ill will or ill intent.
I don't know that.
Well, I'm telling you that I'm innocent until proven guilty.
People lie to me all the time. Though.
Well, I can't help what other people do. I'm not.
You may be lying to me.
I'm not. I'm telling you I'm not.
How do I know that? I'm not.
Because right. But so you're saying that you're going to treat me as though I am lying? I mean, how dare you? I thought you were a servant to the. I thought you were a servant to the public.
None of what I hear and half of what I say.
I thought you were a servant to the public.
I am.
Okay, so we're all terrible.
Do you just want to sit here and have?
No, I just can't believe you're calling me a liar, a thief, a cheat, a murderer.
I don't know you.
Right, I don't know you either. Do you have any internal affairs investigations?
I don't know. You'll have to ask internal affairs.
Do you have anything pending?
Not that I know of.
So is that Mr. Stone or Mr. Gladia? Which one do I ask?
That would be Captain John Zagelmeyer.
You want me to speak to Mr. Zagelmeyer?
You may, if you like.
I've spoken with him before. He knows who I am.
Okay. You're welcome to call him then if you know who he is. I'm okay.
Oh, yes.
I have nothing to hide.
I have the scar.
My life's an open book. All right? I'll be right back. I'm going to talk
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Yep. Thank you for your time.
This video is another clear reminder that knowing your rights is the only way to stand up against overreach. The officer refused to take action when a threat was made, but had no problem trying to force compliance where none was needed. This is why we must continue recording, holding public officials accountable, and spreading awareness. If you support transparency and civil rights, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, record the police. What happens when an officer forgets that the law applies to them too? In today's video, a cop tries to detain a man for simply looking at parked cars, until he reminds her that the law works both ways. Watch as he stands his ground, exposes her lack of authority, and flips the script on those who think they're above the law. Stay tuned, because this is a lesson in knowing your rights that you won't want to miss.
you doing looking through cars?
Huh?
You looking through the cars?
What do you mean?
I saw you right there looking through the cars.
What car did I look through?
You were looking through that car, that car, that car.
I was looking through them?
I saw
What's
you
that mean? Like going through one window and out the other? I don't understand. What do you mean looking through?
You were shining your flashlight.
Like looking in the passenger window and through the driver's side window?
All windows, sir.
Looking through all of them? You seen where my eyes were looking?
I could see you. I was sitting right there. If you were looking around.
I'm well aware where you were sitting, but I'm just saying, is that illegal?
To look in other people's vehicles?
Yeah, it is. What statute is that?
I mean, you could possibly be breaking in.
Well, we don't care about possibly. We want law.
Do you have your ID on you?
For what? Am I under arrest?
That's suspicious. Obviously, you're looking through cars. Yes.
So I'm under arrest?
You're detained right now. Yes.
For what crime?
Looking through vehicles.
It's not a crime. You got a supervisor?
I sure do.
Okay,
Busy at the moment.
As soon as they're ready, can I see him?
I mean, you can.
Cool.
We'll be waiting here.
Okay. You know what the statute for looking in cars' windows is?
You said you're waiting for a supervisor. I'm not going to talk to you.
Okay. Is this the supervisor?
Sure is.
Well, that was quick. I thought he was busy.
He was on another call.
Cool.
Okay, so is there a reason why you're looking through vehicles in our parking lot, sir? Keep your hands out of your pockets for me.
I was looking around.
Okay, keep your hands out of your pockets before you...
It's not in my pocket.
Okay. We're not going to play this game right now. I'm asking you a question. I just need an answer. Keep your hand out of your pocket.
It's not in my pocket.
So you understand that that's a suspicious behavior that we got to check out on, right? Is there a reason why you were...
I mean, I don't understand, no.
Okay, well, right now, this isn't an open business. This isn't an open area. Okay? This is private property. Technically, it's the city's, yes. But during normal business hours, you're more than welcome to come through the parking lot. But at 11 at night, it's suspicious and we have to investigate that, okay?
Okay.
So because I did stop and talk with you, I do have to make a record of this interaction. Do you have any kind of identification on you so I can say we talked?
Am I under arrest?
You're not under arrest, but you are detained for my investigation, yes.
Okay, I mean, go ahead and investigate.
Okay. So do you have any kind of identification on you, sir?
Am I under arrest?
You are being detained.
Florida statute 3802, I'm only required to give you my ID if I'm under arrest.
And I'm asking. That's all. That's it.
Okay.
So if
as long as we're on the same
ID,
page.
that's totally fine. Okay. So what I do need you to do, though, if you would just stand in front of her vehicle.
Okay. The crime is suspicion. I was trying to find the police department for a complaint form.
Oh, if you need a complaint form, I can help you with that.
That's what I'm here for, if you want to know.
Yeah, and see, that's fine. I can actually run in and get you the complaint form if you need it.
Okay.
I can also tell you if you wanted to file a complaint, we do have all of our forms online,
okay.
So you can submit it that way.
Yeah, I'd like to get it in person, paper, if possible.
Okay. Yeah, give me a second. I'm going to walk into the PD then and see if I can print you off a copy of that.
Sweet, appreciate it.
Give me one moment.
Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Smash that like button. I'm not done with these cops yet.
We got back up. You ever heard of the plain view doctrine? You know what that is?
Sure do.
What is it?
I don't have to answer your questions since you don't want to answer mine.
So you don't know. Yeah, but you're a public servant.
I do.
You're a public servant. That's the difference. You're a public servant. No, I don't have to. I have the right to remain silent. I can invoke rights. You have no rights. You don't have rights when you're on the job. You understand that? You do need to answer questions. I am standing here, but you can still answer my questions. You're the servant. Yeah, you do.
Says who?
Me. I'm the highest ranking person here right now.
Are you my boss?
Yes, I'm the highest ranking person here. I'm a citizen, you're a servant. Do you not get that? Do you run around these streets acting like it's something other than that, or what? Plain view doctrine gives you the right to look into cars, and it gives me the right to look into cars too. So it's not really suspicious, is it? So now why am I being detained? This is an unlawful detainment, and I'd like to know why. What excuse are you going to come up with next, or why I'm unlawfully detained?
Are you my boss?
Yes, I'm the highest ranking person here right now. I'm a citizen, you're a servant. Do you not get that? Do you not realize that I'm a citizen? I'm a citizen. Can you tell me this? You just go around detaining people for fun because you're bored? Because it's a small town, you got nothing to do? What is it? Nothing? She's got nothing, folks. She's got nothing. What's your name and badge number? Can you say it louder? I can't hear you from that far. Can you say it where I can hear you?
Officer Leeds, 128.
128. How do you spell your last name?
Leeds, L-E-E-S.
Okay, Lees. Gotcha. It sounded like you were saying Leets or something. I couldn't tell. So they said this is private property. Regardless if it's private property, I mean, I guess they can ask me to leave if they wish, if they have that authority, but that hasn't happened yet. You're free to go if you want. You're not being detained. But you know what that means? You're free to stay if you want to.
Okay, so here's our complaint form. The one thing I do want to point out to you here is you would, if you wanted to turn it in and make a formal complaint, we do have to have it notarized and returned back to us. But yeah, if you wanted to fill this out and bring it back to us during normal business hours, they'd be able to take it from you in our records department.
Since it has to be notarized, there's no way to do it anonymously?
Unfortunately, we don't investigate anonymous complaints. You can go online and you can make an anonymous
complaint. What do you mean by you don't investigate anonymous complaints?
So, for me to pass that up the chain of command my way, I would have to have it notarized.
So unless you guys are able to retaliate against somebody by knowing who they are, you refuse to take it.
So it's a swearable document, and we have to make sure that whatever the person is complaining, they're willing to swear that it is true and correct to the best of their knowledge, and that's to keep people from filing false complaints.
Sure.
I can tell you, if you were to go on the website and submit an anonymous complaint, that's out of my hands. Okay. I don't deal with that personally. I don't know how that process looks. I just know for me, with this
you don't know if you do it online, if it has to be notarized or not?
No.
Okay.
I don't know off the top of my head. I can tell you, though, that we do get those. I don't know the process for that.
Do you guys have internal affairs?
We do.
Okay, like on site or?
We do. We do have an internal affairs division.
Cool.
We also have, if there's any investigation we can't handle.
Is that who I give this to?
That will go to our records division.
Okay.
Our records division will then get it to internal affairs.
So I can't give it to internal affairs?
No. No, unfortunately, it'd just be, your stop right here would be inside that door there. There's a window to the right.
Okay.
That's who you would speak to.
Yeah, I went up there. I seen the hours. I seen something said call 9. I was looking for a push button or something. I didn't see anything. I went around that way. Didn't see anything, and then she pulls up over here. So
because we're a smaller department, we don't staff 24/7. We just use kind of really banker's hours, for lack of a better term, and that's just because of our staffing.
Okay.
Is there any other questions I can answer for you?
No, she said I'm detained, so.
And that's the thing, we do have to just make sure you're not up to, someone out here breaking into cars.
I didn't touch anything.
No, you're fine. We've established that you haven't committed a crime.
I looked around under the Plainview Doctrine, and that's it, man.
And that's the thing. Now that we know that you're just exercising your rights, you're free to go, sir.
Appreciate it.
You have a good night.
What was your name and badge?
My name is Corporal Speedy. My badge number is 126.
Okay, thanks for being professional, man.
Well, hey, you're exercising your rights.
Unlike her, she wasn't very nice.
You have a good night, sir. Be safe.
You too.
This video proves why knowing your rights is so important. The moment you stand firm, officers who abuse their authority have no choice but to back down. The Plainview Doctrine applies to everyone, not just law enforcement. And if police try to twist the law to control you, remind them that rights don't disappear just because they wear a badge. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and always record the police.